Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I am Shakil Ahmad, lecturer reporting from Government Higher Secondary School, Boys Tral. Today we will take our lecture that is the Environmental Protection Act 1986 and its various features. That is, what is Environmental Protection Act? Why it was enacted? The Environmental Protection Act November 1986 was enacted as per the spirit of the Stockholm Conference, which was held in June 1972, to take appropriate steps or actions for the protection and improvement of environment and to prevent different and hazardous elements to the human beings, living creatures, and property. The Act consists of actually 26 sections which are distributed among the four chapters and extends to the whole country. In fact, it is an umbrella act. It is also known as umbrella act or umbrella legislation, which provides a framework for the coordination of central and state governments and authorities established under water and air acts. My dear students, the act empowers the central government to make following rules for the first time for number one, standard of quality of air, water, and soil for various areas and for various purposes. Number second, maximum permissible limits of concentration for various environmental pollutants, including the noise pollution for different areas. Number third, the procedures and safeguards for handling of hazardous substances. And number fourth is prohibition and restriction on the location of industries and carrying out different operations, that is EIA. Number fifth, procedures and safeguards for prevention of accidents which may cause environmental pollution. And last one is providing for remedial measures in case of accidents. This act has the silent features. Number one, take all such measures as it deems necessary for the purpose of protecting and improving the quality of the environment and preventing, controlling, and abating environmental pollution. Number second, issues directions for the closure, prohibition, or regulation of any industry, operation, and process, and for the stoppage or regulation of the supply of water, power, or any other service, even without obtaining court orders. Number third is empower any person to enter, inspect, or take samples and test for future. Number fourth, establish or recognize environmental laboratories and appoint governmental analysts. Number fifth, prohibit industrial emission or discharge of environmental pollutants over and above the limits stipulated by the relevant standards. Number six, any person can make a complaint of violation of provisions of the Act to central government or authority or other authorized agencies for this purpose. The number seven, the Act prescribes stringent penalties to the defaulters for violation of the provisions of the Act. Eighth one is the jurisdiction of civil court is barred under the Act. Even state has to set up green bench courts to attend to public interest litigation cases concerning environmental hazards affecting the quality of life of citizens. The last one is the state pollution control boards have to advise the industries for treating the waste, water, and gases with the best technology to achieve the prescribed standards, recycling and recovery of biogas in energy and reusable materials. Thank you, dear students.